Joining us now is conservative talk show host Rose Tennent. So, Rose, leading into Sunday, we heard a lot of governors and a lot of people kind of worried about the idea that maybe churches would not be allowed to hold their worship practices, even if it meant drive-through facilities. We heard different governors threaten different action of what would happen if people did congregate together. Did a lot of those concerns come to fruition on Sunday?
Well, some of them did, some of them didn't. As you remember, on Thursday, this all started in Greenville, Mississippi, when churchgoers, because I believe for Catholics that's Holy Thursday, and they were gathering in a parking lot on Thursday with their windows up, with their doors closed, and listening to the sermon together. They were coming together as a body. And they were fined. The police surrounded the parking lot, and they fined those parishioners $500. Well, after that, there was a church in Louisville, Kentucky, that was told that they could not hold Easter services, even if they too held those services outside. They were calling them a drive up or a drive in Easter service. Well, they got on it right away, and they sued the liberal mayor there and the city. And a federal judge got involved, and he ruled in favor of the church and said that they were most definitely permitted to congregate in their cars in a parking lot and have a service there. And he felt that the mayor there was criminalizing the Easter celebration. So I have to tell you, Alex, I personally did attend church on Sunday, but I did not go into a building because I know in Kentucky there was another church that congregated against, they were violating the stay-at-home order by coming together as a group like that and packing the church. I personally would not go into a church. I don't even go into the grocery store. I do curbside service. I try to honor that social distancing. But at the same time, I felt that it was absolutely perfectly fine, and so I did it. I attended a service on Sunday in the parking lot with the windows up, with the doors closed. And in fact, those who were telling us how to park kept the cars 6 feet apart. So I think that, Alex, you and I talked about this before. You know, we're creative people. We know how to get things done and figure things out. And we have found a way, and churches found a way, particularly on Easter Sunday, to congregate in a safe way where social distancing was practiced and no one was congregating outside of their cars. And that's
Right.
what I love about American people. You know, there is a way to do things and do it safely.
Right, and there was a viral video, for example, over the weekend that showed a guy running on the beach and a policeman chasing him down. And something like that doesn't make sense to me. If that man is social distancing, he's not affecting anyone else, why get in his way? But then we don't have to rely on social media videos either. Kentucky's governor, to the point that you were saying before, was advising that police go to different churches and record license plates of people who were there congregating and then forcing them to participate in a 14-day quarantine. So some of these measures that we're talking about aren't just speculation. They're coming directly from the mouth of these leaders. So is there a time right now, or are we experiencing a time where some of our civil liberties are being put to the side in the name of public health?
I think they are, Alex. And when you talk about the governor of Kentucky, I think he's the one too that has a snitch line now. It's 833-KY safer. And you can call that line and snitch on someone if you think that they're not social distancing the way they should, if you want to call in and snitch on a business. So I do think that it's gotten out of control. And I think most of us want to keep each other safe. I don't want to put anyone in jeopardy. I was supposed to visit my father, who's 84, and I won't go because I just want to respect that and the distance there and not put him in jeopardy, even though I've literally been nowhere. So, yeah, I think it's gone too far. And I think the American people are going to reject that. I mean, listen, we are willing to accept some of the measures and most of the measures that we feel are practical and make sense and to protect others. But when we start going overboard like that, you know, and I found, Alex, you probably have too, like I'm a runner. So when I'm out running, I notice that if somebody's coming from the other direction, they move away, I move away. You know, we're smart. We're not stupid. We really, for the most part, there are some out there that don't understand how important this is.
Right.
But to go that far, as some of the governors have, I mean, you have a governor in Michigan who's just out of control, cordoning off certain areas of stores, ordering them to cordon off, not even allow people to buy seed for their gardens. This is out of control.
Yeah, and that's Gretchen Whitmer, of course, who's one of the leading candidates right now to be the vice president for candidate for Joe Biden. So we may see more of her moving forward into November as well. And to what you were saying right there, too, I can't stress this point enough. The American people were asked to do something that they've never been asked to do at the flip of a switch. And they did so effectively to the point where now we see these models coming way underneath the numbers that were anticipated. It's a testament to the will of the American people during this time. But acknowledging that point, since we are seeing these numbers come in way lower, since we are seeing in New York, for example, the leveling off of the curve, what type of qualifier are you looking for as to when we can open up the economy once again? Is it the numbers of the death toll, the hospitalizations? What are you looking for?
I think a combination of all of those things. I love that the president has been talking about a task force opening our country, and I think that's absolutely necessary. I think we did a great job taking advice from the health field, talking to CEOs of the private sector, getting things done. We really did get things done in a magnificent way, Alex. That was well said, what you just talked about. So I think that now with an economic task force at hand and people he said that we would respect, just like we respected those in the medical community, I think working together, we can come up with some very creative solutions to at least get the economy moving again. I see a lot of my friends own businesses or restaurants, and it's breaking my heart that we can't figure something out. And I think we can figure out a way to get the business going again and to conduct business, perhaps in a different way at first, but at least conduct business again.
Even to that point right there, the fact that other Americans are caring about the small businesses of our communities, caring about people going without paychecks, it's a good testament to where we stand as an American people. I know that we don't get too much unity nowadays, but small things such as that go a long way, especially when we're in the middle of a global health pandemic. But Rose, I really appreciate you coming on, breaking down your weekend for us, but also what this means in the big picture as well regarding this conflict. Thank you very much.